Some people and families say the cost of living in Montgomery County has become unbearable. That's why county and community leaders are coming together with what they hope will be a solution. But will it be enough? Here's our Jeff Cole.
They gather in the shadow of Norristown's hulking transportation center up against a wall on a patch of sidewalk. This is their Montgomery County home. So where do you live?
Here. I mean, most of us come to the transportation center because it's a public place. It's like, and especially for some of us, women who are homeless, like this is the safest place. Chelsea
and her friend Mike say they've lived on and off the streets of Norristown for about 3 years.
If you have a tent, that's like a luxury to some of us.
They say they've searched for apartments, but scarcity and money are barriers they cannot mount. Is there an apartment you could rent? Have you ever looked?
I mean, there are, yeah, but half the time you can't afford them. If you get that, half the time with the utilities and everything. For a one bedroom, you'd need, like, some of us, with what we would make an hour, good luck, you still would need 2 or 3 people.
It's a complaint county leaders have heard often, and not only from people living on the streets, but from working residents of the county searching for affordable apartments or to buy a home. It's estimated the average price of a house in Montco has jumped nearly $25,000.
We want to make sure there are folks who are 1, 2, maybe 3 paychecks away from some serious challenges, and having a sustainable, safe, and housing that is affordable for themselves, for their families, that gives them the opportunity to better themselves.
But how does a community take on such a heavy lift as it shakes off a pandemic? Montgomery County pulled together government and industry leaders, social service, and housing advocates to map out a housing plan. It has a hopeful name, Homes for All. Their approach is to track future housing needs, prices, and funding to build affordable homes. They're finding home prices quickly rising for even so-called starter homes in older boroughs and town centers. Great for some, but leaving others to ask if their kids will ever be able to afford a home in Montco.
We're fighting all these forces that are actually, for the most part, good things. To address what's a serious problem and affecting a lot of people, and it only keeps growing.
Just to keep people in their homes, the county has used $11 million in state and federal dollars to pay back rent and utilities. A local food pantry has provided $18,000 this year in rent for 25 families in need, while the county says those on a long list for public housing are likely to wait years.
About half of Montgomery County residents are paying more than 30% of their monthly income towards rent. And as mentioned before, and also a significant portion of those people are sometimes paying more than 50% of their monthly income on rent.
It all adds up to big challenges, which Chelsea Oskopinski, homeless and addicted, faces daily.
I feel like we just bounce from place to place because we try to do better and get away from like triggers and bad things for us. And it's just at the end of the day, we find ourselves back in it.
Jeff Cole, Fox 29 News.